Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Thursday, December 26, 2024. Let's take a look at and see what we got for today. Alright, we get some good ones here. I have many videos on my channel that will help you guys out to give you different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas over there if you're a brand spanking new player to the game. You're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily, weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that will help you. Try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. And of course, you guys are awesome, the great comments and tips, which are greatly appreciated. Okay, take a look at the top right hand corner of the screen. We have a 25% boost going on right now. And of course, I claimed that 25% right off the current Season 19 Season Pass on 3 pages. There's a 5%, a 10%, and another 10%. You can claim that yourself if you're a Fallout First member, or if you paid the 1,500 atoms for the Season Pass. I did re-roll one of these bad boys. It was complete a daily ops while on a team. I got this one here instead, build a floor or wall decoration in a workshop or camp 5. Now, just in case, this is the second week of the Festive Scorched event. Of course, last week, Bethesda had deactivated the Festive Scorched. You will still find the odd Festive Scorched around the wasteland. Of course, they will not give us any gifts, but just be aware if you know that they deactivated them and you still see the odd one hanging around, that's just part of the game. At the end of the video, we'll go over the Santatron and we'll go over how to craft festive gifts. Now, I did make a video on that last week. It's all timestamped. You can check that out if you so wish. Okay, let's take a look at this one here first. Build a floor or wall decoration in a workshop or camp 5. You can go ahead and claim any workshop on the map, the one closest to you or your favorite one. That's what you do. You can go ahead and build a floor or wall decoration. We're just going to build it in our camp here in this video. A lot of people like to add it or modify their camp every time these pop up. You seem to get something very similar, if not every day. Seems like every day. So you can definitely do it that way. Pretty much keep what you build. Or you can just build something that doesn't cost a lot of resources and then scrap it. And that's what I usually end up doing, to be honest. Right, let's go over here. We're going to go right to our build menu here. Right, so let's go to the floor decor. And again, you can build all the same thing. If you don't plan on keeping it, I highly suggest something that doesn't cost a lot of resources or something that you have a lot of resources of. Again, mats and rugs are usually one of my top choices or one of my suggestions because most mats and rugs only cost cloth and rubber. Most of us usually have a lot of cloth and rubber on us, right? So just an FYI. Let's go ahead. We're going to craft some mats here. Right, there we go, done. Build a floor wall decoration in a workshop or camp, 5 for 5. And again, just go ahead and scrap it when you're done. I suggest you do it kind of away from everything else. That way there you don't accidentally scrap something that you don't want to, like a prefab. I definitely have done that before, and someone even mentioned that in the other day. They accidentally did that themselves, so you just got to be real careful sometimes. All right, what's next here? Scrap truck to produce steel 10. All right, so steel is a junk item that we can use the bulk and scrap method. At our Tinker's Workbench, let's go ahead and take a look at that. You just go to any Tinker's Workbench, you go craft. You go to bulk, let's go down to the S section. So to bulk 1 steel, you need 2 plastic or 30 steel scrap in your stash or scrap box. You go ahead and you bulk your 1 steel and then you scrap. That is hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way is the bulk and scrap method. More so for the folks that are kind of short on time, or for the people that just want to get these done as quick as possible. There's definitely nothing wrong with that. Now, steel is very, very abundant in the wasteland. Most things will have some sort of amount of steel in it. If you go around, collect a lot of weapons or armor off of enemies, and then you can go ahead and scrap it. That is definitely a good way. Tin cans is a good way to get steel, and some great spots for some tin cans, of course. Most places, Tyler County Fairgrounds is a pretty good spot. Campton Park has what they call can chimes. So when you disarm can chimes, you actually get 9 tin cans from disarming that. So that's a pretty good way to do it. There's all kinds of them at Campton Park. There's one right here at Wells Station. Eastern Regional Penitentiary is a real good spot for can chimes. Right over here at the Crevice Dam, it's a pretty good spot. Harper's Ferry is pretty decent as well. Even right here at Sunday Brothers Cabin, which when you spawn in, you go down the road towards the house, but you kind of stop. There's a little kind of hut on the left-hand side with a couple of mannequins and has a candy cane roof. You just go inside that hut. There's all kinds of tin cans in there as well. Helvetia is a pretty good spot. That bluish white house right on the corner across the street from the yellow house. Upstairs in the kitchen, all kinds of tin cans up there. And a bunch of tin cans just laying around down here by the Somerville stock. So you can always try that out. All right, so let's actually pop in here. We usually go to Camden Park. So let's go somewhere else this time. Let's go to Sunday Brothers Cabin. I'll show you that spot here in this video. To kind of change things up instead of taking you guys to the same exact spot every single time. I know I always mention the spots, but other locations, but it's good to kind of show you once in a while. Here's Sunday Brothers Cabin. You don't even have to interact with any enemies. Just walk up the old road here, driveway, whatever you want to call it. There's the main house, and we're going to take a left. Here's the little hut here with the candy cane roof. There's a couple mannequins here. There's usually some Nuka-Colas there as well. And as you can see, there's all kinds of tin cans. Let's pick up a tin can here. As you can see, one tin can gives us 2 steel and 1 lead. So if you're ever looking for steel and lead, tin cans is definitely a real good way to get it. On top of, going after weapons and all that, because we all know the drop rate for weapons have significantly been reduced from killing enemies as of late. All right, so just kind of keep that in mind. And we're going to leave that little batch there where we have all kinds of tin cans on us. We can go to any workbench at all to scrap these. We're just going to head back to the old Christmas camp and scrap them there. As you can see, even if you're lower level, like we're not even interacting with anything, you just kind of sneak your way in here. And yeah, pretty good spot. All right, let's go ahead and scrap these tin cans here. All right, there we go. Scrap done to produce steel. 10 for 10. Done. We got all kinds of them there. Perfect. All right, what's next? Drink Nuka-Cola 3. Okay, so we always have the same kind of spiel. We haven't had Nuka-Cola daily challenges in a couple of days now, which is all right by me. It seems like we're getting them every day. But if you do have a Nuka-Cola Collectron available to you, I definitely highly suggest you do that. Now, this one here is a Nuka-Cola Quantum version. And of course, we got this one during the Season 11 scoreboard way back in the day. And that's when Nuka World on Tour first came out. And definitely unique. It will also collect the Alt Quantum, the Twist, as well as purified water and nuclear waste. So it's a real good one. And when he goes on sale, he usually goes on sale for usually in a bundle with other items, and usually maybe once or twice a year. Now there is another version of that. Of course, it's the OG version. If we go to our resource section here, this is the OG version right here. We think we got this one in Season 4 or Season 5. Again, on top of the Nuka-Cola products, you'll also collect the odd bottle or two. But he goes on sale. He usually goes on sale for 250 to 500 atoms by himself, so that's pretty cool. When he goes on sale, a lot of people are pretty excited because, yeah, these are pretty awesome to have, okay? And once when you have them, and you just kind of stack them with your other Collectrons, and all you do, you just go to the little terminal, and you can pretty much select, what it collects. Right now, I have this one here, select for gifts, because obviously it's the Festive Scorched time, but I can switch it back to the Nuka-Cola version, okay? And again, it all depends on how many of these Collectrons that your character has, all right? Now, we can also buy the Nuka-Cola Collectrons using gold bullion. I believe it's 1250 gold bullion, as long as you have a cautious reputation with the settlers from Samuel right down here in Foundations. That's also a pretty good spot. And as you saw, we're up here in Sunday Brothers Cabin, going after those tin cans there for the steel. As you saw, the 4 Nuka-Cola products that are right there. Again, you don't have to even get in combat with anyone. It's a pretty good spot. There's a Nuka-Cola stand right up here at Tyler County Fairgrounds that most of us pretty much know about by now. Right here at Camden Park's a pretty decent spot. Lewisburg's a good spot. Around the picnic table area, there's also a Nuka-Cola machine. The Nuka-Cola machine here at Green Country Lodge, it's pretty good. It's pretty decent every time I go there. Philippi Battlefield Cemetery, you guys see me going up there doing quests all the time for these daily, weekly challenges. And a lot of times there's a lot of Nuka-Cola products in at the main house in the Nuka-Cola machine. So that's a pretty good spot there as well. And of course, one of the best spots for Nuka-Cola products is right down here in Nuka World on Tour, which is also a free fast travel. So let's pop down here. Now, we haven't done this little run for a little while, so let's do the run. And I'll show you the little run that I do here. And again, you always got to remember, it depends on what server you're on, if these spawn in or not. These aren't 100% guaranteed spawn, right? So you always got to remember that, okay? Especially if you're on a server with other people. You can, follow, my character all day long. It really depends on the server that you're on, whether you're going to find this stuff, right? So just an FYI there if you're brand spanking new to the game. But usually there's one right on that picnic table, but there's none there today. And I'm even on a private server, all right? So let's open up this guy here. All right, nice. So we got some nice little options there. And I'm just kind of showing you. I got all kinds of Nuka-Cola products on me. I'm just kind of showing you guys this little run that I do. And you guys can do it yourself on whatever server that you may have the server hop a couple times. It all depends. Because there's times I've come up here and it'd be cleared right out. Even on public or private servers, right, by myself. It's kind of odd. Right, nothing in there. Usually there's a couple on this table. Nothing in there either. So this is a pretty bad server, I would say. Or up in this region anyway. So again, we haven't been up here in a little while. Oh, there's one right over there. Okay, stim pack there. Sometimes there's a cap stash there. Just a bottle right here. Check these little kiosks here. Oh, there's one right there today. That's interesting. We have these two machines here. Oh, look at that. Another quantum over here. That's pretty cool. Pretty good little spot there. Nice. Head right back down here towards the vending machines. There's one more little spot I'd like to kind of show you. What's good about this spot is a free fast travel once you discover it, so it makes it even better. Some people will even sell Nuka-Cola products at their vending machines for fairly cheap, so you can always do it that way as well. There's a couple up there as well, pretty good, eh? Now, at the end of the day, you don't have a Nuka-Cola Collectron station. You can't find these things, to save your life, you know what I mean? And you have to go to work, you have to go to school, you don't have to go out with the family. You can buy them at the end of the day, right? So we have these vending machines right down here, and as you can see, you can just buy them at the end of the day if you so wish. And you can server hop this area about 100 times, and just as long as you have the caps, you just fill your boots, right? And what's good about the inventory, the vending machines, they are tied into the inventory of Bubbles, and Bubbles is located up here at the White Spring. So if you go to this icon here, White Spring Resort, brings us right to the front door. You head up the stairs, you take a right, you go through the tavern, you go through the medical bay, go to the big wide open area where the responders are, then you take a left. There's that little store in there where you'll find Giuseppe, who trades things for stamps, and then good old Bubbles there. Bubbles' inventory is not tied into the inventory of the vending machines, right? We have tried that many times, FYI. All right, let's go ahead here. We're going to drink our Nuka-Cola products. And then we beat that to death. There we go. Drink Nuka-Cola 3 for 3. Now, back in the day, fun fact, I said drink Nuka-Cola. It meant Nuka-Cola Classic only, right? So obviously they've changed it. So they just drank 3 cherries. But back in the day, for those of you who maybe remember, it was kind of stringent because, when they're particular about that stuff. But it's good that we can drink any kind for that particular day. All right, what's next here? Kill a Cryptid 1. Alright, so cryptids we can find all around the wasteland. Grafton monsters, snallygasters, wendigos are all cryptids, okay? I recommend going after the Grafton monster if you are a lower level. It'd be just a little bit easier. You can kind of duck and hide a little bit better, even though he throws the tar balls at you. But he's a little bit more squishier than the other guys, alright? Hemlock holes just to the south. We have that bad boy there. right here just north of the Charleston train yard, that little dumping area. In between the Charleston Capitol building, Charleston Capitol building, this guy right here, and Somerville's Dam, we have that little river of black sticky goo there. If he's not there, you just kind of go down towards the Black River, and you'll see the Grafton Monster pop up right out of there. So that's a pretty good one there too as well. We have about 2 Snallygasters here in Charleston. One's when you spawn in here at this icon right at the bridge. And there's one a little bit further down towards the Charleston Capitol building. Of course, we have the triplets. I call them the triplets up here at Toxic Larry's Meet and Go. And there's at least 6 of them right down here at the flooded train yard. And 50% chance we could find Snallygasters up here at Kitty Corner Cabin. It's 50% chance. The other 50% chance is Rad Scorpions. Just kind of keep that in mind. In terms of Wendigos are pretty good. There's usually one here in Lewisburg. Skyline Valley region, sometimes there's one here at 3 Ponds. I find that one's very low percentage for me, anyway, 25% I would say he'll show up. There's one pretty high chance at Dark Hollow Manor, right to the west. If you've ever been here before, the ground isn't even, obviously. They have a lot of cracks in the ground and crevices. There's usually one right down here. Haven Church is a pretty good spot right up here. And of course, the old Wendigo Cave. Now, I wouldn't suggest going there if you're at lower level, because there's a lot of cave crickets, a lot of Mirelurks and Mirelurk Kings in there, so just be aware of that. Alright, so there's all kinds of options there for you guys for cryptids. We're just going to go after the Grafton Monster. So let's spawn over here at the Charleston, spawn up here at Charleston Capitol building. It's actually going to spawn us up on a hill on part of the road. All right. Shut this light off here. And there's that little Black River. Now, most times he is out, but if he ever isn't, all you do is just make your way down to this little black gooey river here and take care of him. Of course, the blowholes is where it's at with this guy. Done. Collect cryptid 1 for 1. Nice. All right. Doing some paddling there, are you, bud? Right on. All right, what is next here? Kill a Mutant Hound 3. Many great spots we can find mutant hounds in around the wasteland. Usually a couple hanging around the Grafton. There's one guaranteed Grafton Dam. There's at least 6 to 12, and I mean there's lots of them here at Grafton Steel. At least 6 to 12 up here. Pretty good spot, I would say, for mutant hounds. There's usually about 4 to 6 here at Huntersville. And again, all kinds of them here at West Tech on the inside and the outside of the building. Pretty good spot for mutant hounds there as well. Alright, so we do need 3 of them here, so let's pop back up here to Grafton Steel. We were just here the other day doing our weekly challenge video, and if you were noticed that we were going after the super mutants, but you would have saw there's a lot of mutant hounds that were popping up, which is pretty awesome. Now, if you ever come here, and you're not having a whole lot of luck with the mutant hounds, or super mutants for that matter, somebody could have already have come through here. All right, so you may have to server hop this area to get on a server where no one's kind of cleared it. Just gonna keep that in mind. There's usually one guy up here with his master. Usually, I say. Oh, there's right there. Usually one right around here. He could have popped up already. This guy's... Oh, boys. He's right behind me. Yeah, I was going to say, I knew he was going to be right behind me. Right, let's go this way here. We're trying not to get a big firefight with them. There's usually about 2 or 3 right inside that building. There's this bad boy here. Nice, there's our Mutant Hound. Another guy in there, should we see him there? Lots of see the other guy, he's just right in there. See him? He just kind of poked on the other side of that little, whatever called bulkhead there. Lots going on here at Craft and Steel. It's a little noisy at times, but yeah, there's lots of Mutant Hounds here. You won't have a problem. There's the other guy there. Pretty good spot. All right, what's next here? Seems like we're kind of hidden away, which is pretty cool. All right, so let's head back somewheres here. We're going to go right down here to good old Flatwoods. Start off the next one. And get away from all this racket. I don't know what these guys are shooting at, but whatever it is, it must be serious. Yeah. All right. Take this one here. So ribeye steak to an NPC vendor 1. Right, so of course ribeye steak, you have to get the Brahmin meat. Of course we get that right off of Brahmin. And what better spot to get Brahmin is right here in good old Flatwoods. There is quite a few of them here. Now ribeye steak is a simple recipe that you automatically learn as soon as you pick up Brahmin meat. Okay, and that's very similar to other recipes here in the game. The vast majority of recipes that we have here in the game, we automatically learn by either picking up the meat or harvesting crops. Okay, so I am asked a question once in a while, like corn soup or certain recipe, and I say, nope, just a simple recipe. As soon as you pick up corn, you learn corn soup. As soon as you pick up razor grain, you learn razor grain soup and razor grain flour. As soon as you pick up Brahmin meat, you learn ribeye steak, okay, etc., etc. Right, it's just an FYI. Now all we need is one Brahmin meat to make the ribeye steak. Right, let's pop over here. And there will be 3 of them over here. Seems like it's pretty dark here in the game today. Even though the sun is shining, so there's our Brahmin meat. So again, if you're a brand spanking new player to the game, and of course Flatwoods is probably one of the best places to kind of explore when you are such a low level. As soon as you pick up that Brahmin meat like that, you'll learn ribeye steak. Right, just like that. We get 2 more bad boys there. There'll be 2 of them over here as well. You have good old Betsy up there. Our sister Gladys right here. You have their other siblings on the other side here. There's 4 of them at least, and I can see that one up there. And there's just 4 of them right in this area. Pretty good spot, and of course we can't lock onto them because they are passive if you're new to the game and wondering. Right, so it's when you have your Brahmin meat, you just go to a handy dandy cooking station anywheres at all. This one here just happens to be here. We're going to go all food. As we can see there, ribeye steak, 1 Brahmin meat, and 1 wood to craft. We're just going to craft both of them here. Just like that. Now, that's the most important part. Okay, if you try to sell the Brahmin meat as is to the NPC vendor, it's not going to work. You actually have to cook it, but that shouldn't be a problem because you should have the recipe as soon as you pick up that Brahmin meat. Alright, so what are we going to do with the ribeye steak there, Jimmy boy? Sell it to an NPC vendor. So again, any robot vendor at any train station will do. Okay, any robot vendor down here at the White Spring Mall. So the north entrance, if you go inside, takes you right down to the mall. You can use the front door entrance, the White Spring Resort, but you have to go down the stairs and you have to go through another loading screen to get to the mall. Of course, right where we're at in Flatwoods, we do have the White Church, Responders Church, and there'll be a robot vendor there. We have the good old Duchess up here at the Wayward. And of course, sometimes our camp gets visited by the Traveling Merchant, etc., etc. Alright? Pop into this guy here. Let's go trade. Let's sell 1 ribeye steak to him. There we go, sell ribeye steak to an NPC vendor, 1 for 1, done, just like that. Alright. What is next here? Alright, collect caps 250. Okay, so couple ways you can complete this. You can go ahead and open up your vendor, and then you have to wait for other people to come to your camp and buy stuff from the vendor, so that will definitely count. Probably one of the best ways, and the best way to explore the game and the wasteland, of course, is doing events and doing daily quests. You can get caps that way as well. Now, if you join a team with other players, and one of the players on that team does events and quests, you also get a little bit of kickback of caps there as well. So that is probably a really good spot doing quests and events here in the game, right? Another thing you can do is if you have the season pass, now we're not going to use it in this case because I'm almost maxed out, but if they're, take a look at some parts here, this is the third page, and if you have followed first or you pay the 1,500 items for the season pass for 0 tickets, we have 5,000 caps here, okay? Now, if you collect from the season pass, it also counts, all right? So I wouldn't really recommend using this one unless we get a weekly challenge where we have to collect 2,500 caps. This is a nice, quick, and easy way to complete that. The main thing you have to remember, though, okay, because how it's 5,000 caps, or whatever caps you have to collect, you have to make sure you have the room for it, okay? So you see at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, I have 39,949 caps. I am pretty much near the max. I'm at max pretty much, so your max purse is 40,000, all right? And I'm usually there most of the time anyway, because I just do events, I just play the game, and, you know, those of you who are experienced probably in the same boat as me, and just usually maxed right out. So you have to make room for that 250 cap. So I can collect caps all day long, but I have to make the room for it, okay? So we can either buy stuff from other vendors, or we can buy stuff from robot vendors, what have you. But let's see what this guy here is he's got on him here. Anything interesting? Probably have everything on here. All right, so he doesn't have a whole lot on him. Let's buy some, we'll buy some junk here off him. We'll grab some aluminum. I always need some aluminum. There we go.
A volunteer.
All right, so we're not 39,579, so we have the room for the 250 caps, and that's just a suggestion. If you're higher level, or if you're get the old brain fart, that's just something that you can do. I suggest buy something that's useful to you. Just don't waste it. I usually buy the some bulk items that we can always use here in the game, all right? So now we're going to go ahead and collect some caps the old-fashioned way. Beside, you know, completing events and quests, we're going to pop up here to the Morgantown Airport. And we're going to take a look at it down here. Sorry about my voice there for a sec. This past, just kind of aside from what we're doing, this past spring, I installed a metal roof on my house. I had a shingle roof for such a long time, but where I live here in Canada, we get a lot of high winds, and I've lost a lot of shingles over the years. And if the roof is only 20 years old, because it's 20-year-old home here, and I just looked out the window and I was like, "What in the world?" And just big boom and crash. I don't know if you guys heard it or not, but a big slag of snow just came off because we just had a snowstorm just the other day, and it just fell to the ground there. I'm like, holy! Apologize for that if I startled you there or changed my voice real quick. All right, so we're here in Morgantown Airport, and we're going to go after the Scorched that are here. And then we're just going to go ahead and pick up as many weapons, as much armor as we can. Now, again, the weapon drop has significantly been reduced, as most of us know by now. And I just recommend just kind of doing this, going after a bunch of enemies that are fairly easy. Now, I usually go after mole miners down in the Welsh area. But we did that a couple weeks ago, and we weren't getting any drops at all down here. Right, but that's usually my go-to spot. More so because of the weapons that we get. They usually give us a lot of caps on them, right? We usually get a lot of combat shotguns, missile launchers, and such, right? As compared to here in Morgantown, we usually get more pipe weapons and all that stuff. But we'll try our best here and see what we can do. There's usually a weapon in here. He has to pipe one here today. It's fine. This is just an example you guys can do to get those caps. I'm not a big fan of the lower drop rates because I have a lot of great videos out there, of course, as I mentioned, every single day to you guys, and it's one of the things that I was always kind of proud, you know, showing people that they can do it that way to get caps, especially low levels, right? And a little disappointing about that much lower drop rate. But we are getting some weapons here, as we see. Unfortunately, they're just pipe weapons. We're not going to bother spawning in collision course, but that's something that you can do. Spawning in collision course is going through the quarantine zone, all right? But we're not going to go through that because there's always so much time here in the video. We are going to go to the front of the terminal here, and because there'll be some scorch down here as well. You can also pick up a lot of chems. You can also do it that way as well, or if you have chems on you that you don't want, you can always do it that way. Sell that stuff. The reason why I mention most of all about here or Welsh is because we do have a train station right there, right? You don't have to worry about fast traveling, like if you're overweight. You don't have to worry about, you know, being overweight, wearing a carry weight booster. You just go in and walk over to the train station here, and it's a pretty good spot. So let's check these little areas here. We will find some chems in here. Oh, great mentats, right on. Check these little areas here. We can always sell some of this stuff. This is a pretty good spot picking up chems if you ever get the daily challenge. Picking up chems or collect chems is a pretty good spot for that. I thought that was scorched out there. Stuff. And again, we're getting caps just by killing these guys too. So that is another change, that even though we do get a lower drop rate for weapons and armor off of killing enemies in general, we are getting a little bit more caps than we used to, that I've noticed anyway. All right, so we have nowhere near the amount of weapons that we normally do from doing that. All right. Let's go ahead and sell it to this guy here. We're just going to go to our weapons section, okay? Now, I suggest if you have it, there's a couple perk cards that will help you out. If you go under Charisma, you have the perk card called Hard Bargain. Now, it used to be a level 3, but now it's a level 1 star. You can go ahead and apply that, okay? And something will stack with that. If you go under Aid, it is called Great Mentats. We just happened to pick one up there. So better barter rates for 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and grab one of those. Okay, good stuff. Now we'll get more bang for our buck here. Let's go to our weapon. We're going to sell some of these grenades that we've been getting from opening up the festive gifts. Let's go ahead and do that as well. As you can see, the bolt action or the pipe weapons, we don't get a whole lot of caps from them. You guys have seen me go down to Welsh and combat rifles and the missile launches we're getting, and even the gauntlets, we're getting like almost 20 caps each. That's definitely significantly been reduced. We're going to sell these plasma grenades. I don't really use them very often. We'll sell these guys here as well, sure. Oh, there we go. Collect caps, 250 for 250. And you can even check your aid section if there's something that you don't want to use. You can always sell some of that stuff if you want. Just to kind of put you over, right? That 250 for 250. But the main thing is you got to have the room for it in your purse, all right? Let's go ahead. We're going to put that perk card back. What was the suppressor? Whoop. All right, let's take a look here. Oh, we're done. Nice. Perfect. All right, let's head back to our Christmas camp and we'll go over the Santatron, then the festive gifts. All right. So as we talked about last week many times and every daily challenge video, even though I made the video last week, I still had to kind of include it in this one because I realized maybe people only have so much time, maybe they only have a chance to watch one video. So that's why I've been including in this one here. So again, the Festive Scorched is deactivated. We will find the odd Festive Scorched still lingering around, but they will not give us the festive gifts, okay? Now, again, if you have the Collectron station, the Santatron, if we go to the Atomic Shop, they made it available for us for this second week, and I believe it'll be available right up to the January the 3rd, 2025. So if you go down here to the special free special offer section, it's right here, okay? Now, again, he will collect the odd gift. He will also collect different types of junk as well. It's not just gifts, okay? It's just going to keep that in mind. Now, all you have to do is install them. All you do is just go to your camp, go to your build menu here. It'll be under resources, and it's usually the first one there, just like that, okay? It's just an FYI. Now, if you're a person like myself that has multiple Collectron stations available to you, okay? You don't have to scrap the one that you have. You just keep the one that you have there, like I have this Nuka-Cola one. And we're going to go to a terminal here. And we can switch what it collects, okay? But it's only going to collect based on what Collectron stations that you have available to you, okay? So right now I have it set for gifts.
Be honest.
All right, let's see what he has got here. He's got 2 holiday gifts and 3 small holiday gifts. That's pretty awesome. If you guys remember, just the other day, we only had 1 holiday gift in here, and that was it. Yes, it is totally random, okay? Now, there is a chance that you can come here and collect, and there'll be no gifts here at all, okay? Because it's totally random. It's something you gotta just kind of keep in mind, all right? Let's go ahead and grab these here. Nice, just like that. And that's the main thing I want to remind people, that this is random, and there might be a chance you won't find any gifts in here at all, all right? A lot of people, if you have multiple camps, you can set all your Collectrons to the Santa one that collects gifts, or you can do that to kind of give yourself some more gifts, or claim a couple workshops. Just make sure you lock it up, all right? And that way there no one steals from it. All right, so those type of gifts we get from the Collectron station are similar to the gifts that you would have got from the Festive Scorched, all right? So let's go ahead. We're going to go to the Atomic Shop, and we're going to claim our free wrapping paper. Of course, that'll be available right up to January the 3rd, 2025. Special free special offer section here. Medium quality gift wrap times 15. We can claim it here or claim it down here in the utility section, whatever you want to do. Right here. Let's go ahead and claim it here. Now, when you claim it, it'll come up as claimed, and you won't be able to claim more, because if we come up here to the features section, it'll also show claimed. You see there, okay? All right, let's go ahead. We're going to go inside to our Tinker's Workbench here, and we are going to craft our festive gifts. Let's close this door. Going to put a little fire on here. All right, let's go to Tinker's Workbench here. We're going to go craft. We're going to go down here to the gift section. Now, this gift section here at the crafting table, the Tinker's Workbench, this is only available during the Festive Scorched event. So after January the 3rd, 2025, this gift section will be gone. All right, let's slide it over to make 1 handmade holiday gift. Of course, that's the medium quality, 2 adhesive, and 1 medium quality gift wrap. Let's go ahead and craft all of them here. Done, just like that. Nice. Take a look at our Pip-Boy here under Aid. As you can see, it says handmade holiday gifts. So those are the gifts that you have crafted using wrap or the gift wrap at your Tinker's Workbench, as compared to this one here. For example, small holiday gift is the one that either comes from the Santatron or from the Festive Scorched in previous Festive Scorched events to this one. All right. Now I suggest, just a suggestion, if before you start opening up your gifts, because when you open up gifts, you get a large amount of ammo. All right. If you are short on ammo, And I'm just using this as an example only, okay? If you're short on ammo, I suggest you pick up a weapon that you have that takes that ammo and have it equipped, all right? So I need some cell, right? So of course the weapon I've been using here today in this video, the circuit breaker, takes cell. So I must have it equipped, right? Now, if you are short on a, let's say you're short on 5.56, okay? You just go to your stash box, break out that weapon that you have in your stash box and put it on your person, okay? But it's not good enough just to have it on your person. You must have it equipped, just like this. You have to see how you equip it like that. So that way there, when you draw your weapon, it's the one that's in your hand. Okay, now you don't have to have it drawn while you're opening the gifts. You can just kind of put it away if you so wish. As long as you have it equipped, that's the main thing you got to remember. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to go to our ammo storage box here. We're going to empty our rounds here, exception to the camera film. And let's check our Pip-Boy just to check again. So we only have a fusion core and 6 camera film on us. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to open up these gifts here, and we're going to go back under aid. We're going to start with the small holiday gifts. Let's go ahead and do that. Now, personally, I like to kind of maybe when I open up a gift, I like to count up maybe 4 or 5 before opening the next one. Everyone's got their own kind of way of doing it. Someone made a good suggestion the other day that if you're on a server, and we've all been on those servers where there's been really kind of laggy and glitchy, and if you're opening up, either switch servers or just open them up real slow, so that way there you get the best benefit of getting, you know, plans and such, okay? So that's just a suggestion. I thought it was a really good suggestion that that person had made. As you see the top left-hand corner, what we're getting. But I have opened up gifts in the past, the fast way, the slow way, and personally I don't find there's much of a difference, but and look at that, we're collecting caps as we open up these handmade gifts, okay? So you can always collect your caps that way, right? I don't think we get caps from small holiday gifts, either handmade or one you get from the Santatron, but I know the medium quality and the high quality you do. As I mentioned, I'm not too worried about it being maxed out. Other people are probably in the same boat as me if you've been playing for a while and you play every day. I wish they either increased it or made it an option to buy like a little piggy bank or something like that, like if you're Fallout first. That'd be pretty cool. And we got these holiday gifts. It's the ones we got from the Santatron station. Oh, we get some script out of that one. No caps. That's interesting. Alright, cool. Alright, let's check our ammo section. So as you see, we got 512 fusion cell from those. Pretty cool, eh? Pretty awesome. Just from having it equipped. And you can do the same thing with whatever weapon that you have. If you're a little short on ammo or you're not happy with the ammo that you have, you can just collect nice, easy ammo that way. Instead of it being random, you know what I mean, or getting ammo that you don't need, at least have it for a weapon that you use. That's the main reason why I showed it. Let's go down here to the news section and see what we got. All right, we get a mounted Mylar King head. Don't have that one. Musket stack monument, 3 of them. Okay, yeah, right on. I have had that for quite some time. Vault 51 jumpsuit. I don't even have that one apparently. Okay, interesting. Tattered curtains. We've seen that pop up. Barbed wire fences, again, something I've had for a very long time. And some random junk. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Awesome. Cool. Alright, weapon of the day. And again, I forgot to do this yesterday. Weapon of the day here. Blackout circuit breaker, plus 15% reload speed. Successful final round shot will create an energy blast that deals damage and stuns enemies within 50 feet. Well, stunned enemies will be immune to being stunned again for 10 seconds. Plus 50% armor penetration. Mods I have is the True Receiver, True Long Barrel, Aligned Grip, large magazine, reflect sight circle, energy muzzle, and of course this pretty awesome looking blackout paint. 68 electrical damage. Again, it's not the best pistol out there, but it's good to kind of break it out once in a while, and of course it takes cell. And it is a pistol build, so if we take a look at our perk cards here, under agility, we have Master Gunslinger, Gunslinger, Expert Gunslinger, all maxed right out. We have White Knight, Adrenaline. We have some different type of luck cards here, and of course you guys see those pop up as they're being activated because it is pure luck. They're using suppressor here, tank killer, crack shot, concentrated fire. These legendary perk cards, these don't change for me. They all stay the same. They're all maxed out, and they have never steered me wrong. All right, there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you get the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Robco, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Mr.Prince, NotMeButMeYesMeThatsMe, Drew, Andrew, Demon, Confoundedbridge, Ghost, Primus, Corne van Niekerk, Ben Durant. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.